All right, the government is officially shut down, and Donald Trump is barely going to be seen today. Governor Gavin Newsom has been relentlessly trolling him on social media, but Newsom's team pointed out that Trump has one appearance today. It's closed press, and that's it. You'd think that somebody who just literally steered us directly into a government shutdown would have more to say or more to explain, but they are using this as an opportunity to consolidate more power, while congressional Democrats, at least some of those at the top, need to be messaging, need to be punching back in the most concise way possible. Sometimes it feels like they're just not meeting the moment. On the other hand, we do have a lot of Democrats who are meeting the moment. I do love AOC, Bernie Sanders, Governor Gavin Newsom, who's been posting relentlessly through his press office. For example, he just posted last night, "Time for your daily walk, Donald. No stairs." And it's an AI image of Stephen Miller walking Trump. This is not a real image, by the way. I know it looks real. In this next image, Governor Newsom then posts, "It's completely unacceptable to see a fat commander-in-chief in the halls of the White House." And it's Donald Trump eating McDonald's. Trump posted the same meme about Chris Christie. So any Republicans who freak out and say this is a step too far, that this is a new low in American politics, you're applying the double standard. You're having one standard for Democrats where we can't even joke around, but Trump can endlessly, as the president, say insane stuff. Governor Gavin Newsom in that was referencing the fact that Pete Hegseth said during a speech in Quantico, Virginia yesterday, quote, "It's not a good look for our military to have overweight people commanding it." Then he started ranting about fat troops. He's like, "We don't want fat troops. I don't want to see any fat people." Just in a really crass way. If you want to have fitness guidelines or something like that, that's one thing. But going out there and going on a Fox News performative temper tantrum after calling all of our nation's top generals into one place, it's not a good look. So then Gavin Newsom says, "I guess the commander-in-chief needs to go." He's literally at the top of the line. He's the commander-in-chief. Governor Newsom's press office then makes a very long post. "Dozy Don is a very weak man. Can't handle stairs," in reference to this huge escalator meltdown Trump's been having, "who has no control of his own party. He is shutting down the government to take health care away from beautiful babies, moms, and grandmas." Remember, Democrats had a simple ask. Republicans are throwing a temper tantrum and making it seem like Democrats want the world. We just want a simple extension of the health care credits that allow people to live. I mean, if this isn't extended, families making under $30,000 see a 75% increase in their healthcare costs. Families making under $90,000 see a 50% increase. It just continues to increase. It's a rather modest and fair ask from Democrats, and it's not even a huge concession from Republicans. What's the concession here? Republicans just have to give the American people the same access to healthcare that they've had since Biden passed this extension in the early 2020s. He then says, he is shutting the government down to take healthcare away from beautiful babies, moms, and grandmas. But don't worry, Donald will taco. Trump always chickens out. He'll cave. He always does. Many say he's too weak to finish anything. The midterms are coming, Donnie. The day your presidency de facto ends. Enjoy your bronzer, your Diet Coke, and your empty high school gym rallies before they ship you off to memory care with the grandma you stole healthcare from. She'll still remember. You won't. I like the punchiness. I like being a little bit edgy. And then Governor Newsom posts this video of JD Vance. That's AI. It's an AI video. He says, "Poor JD. His sweet beloved couch now costs more than the tariffs." And I do want to preface, this is not a real video of JD Vance. I know this does look basically identical to him, but it's not him.
Hello and welcome to my show, A History of Couches. I'm your host, JD Vance, and we've got a special episode for you today. Some artifacts shape nations, others shape desires, few shape both. The Chesterfield couch is one of them. Commissioned by Lord Philip Stanhope, the 4th Earl of Chesterfield, this sofa was designed for posture, elegance, and control. Deep button tufting, rolled arms, a back and sides of equal height. A design that did not merely support the body, but contained it. Once reserved for aristocrats, the Chesterfield spread into libraries, parlors, and now living rooms worldwide.
This is a crazy video to post. This is wild. It has 1.6 million views. As funny as it is, like the actual political theory that I have, that I've been pushing, which is the attention theory of politics, is that in order to push a narrative or to drive any sort of actual narrative, you first have to dominate attention in the algorithms. Donald Trump proved this over the past decade by dominating a bunch of attention and unfortunately winning twice, coming really close in 2020. Now, on the other hand, we see Elon Musk driving narratives by pulling hundreds of millions of views and saying insane stuff as the richest man on the planet. Now, Governor Newsom is one of the only Democrats, along with AOC and Jasmine Crockett's really good at it, who knows how to gain attention and use it to drive a narrative. So the narrative that we're driving again is all Democrats are asking for is to permanently extend the ACA subsidies for insurance, for certain types of healthcare coverage. Republicans are trying to cut this, are trying to cut a lot of coverage that Americans have and just call it the Trump healthcare tax. It's quite literally, it is a Trump healthcare tax. Then we realize that Donald Trump isn't really doing much today. It's really interesting because yesterday he was in front of the cameras all day, desperately trying to dominate the narrative. I honestly decided not to cover his insane words as much. I just wanted to stay focused on a few key stories pertaining to shutdown, things that matter, because he was trying so hard to dominate the narrative. But today, Governor Newsom points out, big day for Dozy Don, one whole event. Will he be able to make it without his nap? And it's from the Trump Rapid Response account. If I zoom in, it says, the daily guidance and press schedule for Wednesday, October 1st. 9 a.m., in town, pool call time. 4:30, the president signs executive orders, Oval Office, closed press. And then there is a Caroline Levitt press briefing that we will be covering around 1 p.m. Make sure you are subscribed to the Adam Mockler feed. Also, my birthday is October 2nd. We'll be doing a special video, special, breakdown of my backstory for that. So stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe. The broader point here is, though, Trump is what we call an attention demon. I could use other words, but he loves attention all the time. He loves to be in front of the camera, and it does serve a broader political purpose in this case. His narcissism helps him control the narrative. It's this weird cycle where he loves being in front of the cameras, the press loves covering him, and then in covering him, his narrative gets spread across the entire country. We need Democrats like that because right now the playing field doesn't seem level. But today, and I guess maybe throughout the week, he's going to cut back on the appearances now that the government is shut down. They are enacting a more sinister plan behind the scenes. We know for a fact that they are trying to fire federal workers en masse while the government is shut down. They're trying to leverage this to fire people across multiple sectors. I'm going to make a video on that right after. But Trump, as the government is going into a shutdown, is posting AI videos of Hakeem Jeffries with a handlebar mustache and a sombrero with Trump playing music behind. It's insane. Trump posting racist videos. In this video, Democratic Representative Madeleine Dean confronts Speaker of the House Mike Johnson on this and essentially says, these are racist videos. And Mike Johnson says, it's not my style. It's not quite my style. And she's like, what do you mean it's not your style? I'm going to play this and I'll turn it up for you so you can hear.
How about the tweet last night with Hakeem and Schumer?
It wasn't my style.
It's not your style. It's disgraceful. It's bigoted. It's racist. You should call it out.
She said, it's not your style, it's bigoted, it's disgraceful, it's racist, and you should call it out, which is true. Governor Newsom's press office then says, the Trump shutdown is here. Healthcare for babies, moms, and grandmas held hostage by a very weak man who can't even do stairs. But don't worry, Democrats are strong, and Trump always chickens out. Taco. No sombrero needed. Gavin Christopher Newsom. We'll continue to cover this. We will continue to push all day and make sure we are disrupting the right-wing narrative that breaks through, because that is our job. I appreciate all of you. Make sure you're following the feed, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on YouTube. It's important that you're following, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.